You won't believe these 5 masterpieces didn't win any Oscars. Did you know that American Psycho starring Christian Bale didn't win an Oscar? This psychological thriller has become a cult classic, but despite its huge impact, it went unnoticed by the Academy. Bale's performance as Patrick Bateman is legendary. He nails the dark, twisted, yet a strangely charming character. The film blends satire, horror, and the dark humor in such a unique way. It critiques the 80s corporate greed and the empty pursuit of materialism. But why didn't it win? Well, I think the controversial themes of violence and character psychosis may have been too much for the Academy to handle at the time. But still, it's one of the most iconic performances in modern cinema. If you haven't seen it yet, give it a watch. Alright, let's talk about Leon Professional, one of those films that totally deserves more love. Starring Jean Reno and a young Natalie Portman, this movie is a unique blend of action and emotional depth. With an impressive IMDb rating of 8.5, it's clear this film has a special place in the hearts of movie lovers. This film has this raw, emotional core, but also has insane action scenes. And honestly, I still can't get over how good Natalie Portman was, especially considering this was one of her first big roles. So, why didn't it win an Oscar? Well, again, I think the dark, violent themes and the strange relationship between Leon and Matilda may have been too controversial for the Academy. They weren't as open-minded back then like now, you know? But honestly, it doesn't matter, because I think it's one of those movies that even without the Oscar has become a timeless classic. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you exactly waiting for? Let's dive into one of the most iconic westerns of all time, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Directed by Sergio Leone and starring Clint Eastwood. This film isn't just a classic, it's a piece of cinema history. With an IMDb rating of 8.8, it's a fan favorite for a reason. The movie has everything: unforgettable characters, epic stand-ups, and of course that legendary score by Ennio Morricone. Eastwood's portrayal of Blondie is as cool as it gets, and the film's pacing and tension building are next level. So why this one didn't win an Oscar? Well, westerns didn't have the same level of prestige back then, and maybe the Academy didn't fully appreciate how groundbreaking it was. But even without an Oscar, it's a masterpiece that stands the test of time. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth the watch. Okay, let's take a look to one of the most beloved films in cinema history, The Shawshank Redemption. This 1994 masterpiece is still sitting at the top of IMDb's list with a near-perfect 9.3 rating. It's an emotional roller coaster that resonated with audiences for decades. Starring Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman, this movie is all about hope, friendship, and redemption. It shows the power of perseverance through the harshest circumstances. Despite being nominated for 7 Oscars, it didn't win a single one. Can you believe that? It lost out to Forrest Gump that year. I never said anything bad about it or that it's not worthy of any prize. But the main thing I'm trying to say is Shawshank's storyline and timeless message about hope should have been honored. It's my golden suggestion to watch for you. Get ready to take your movie watching taste to a whole new level. Alright, let's talk about Fight Club, one of the most iconic roles in the movie's world. Directed by David Fincher and starring Brad Pitt and Edward Norton, this film dropped in 1999 and completely turned its genre upside down. The film challenges society, consumerism, and identity. It blends psychological twists, dark humor, and unforgettable performances, making it one of the most talked about movies of its time. With an IMDb rating of 8.8, Fight Club has earned its place as a cult classic, even though it was identity a box office flop. All this, can you believe this film didn't win a single Oscar? I don't know what the reason exactly was, but Maybe the Academy just wasn't ready to witness such a masterpiece back then. But honestly, this movie didn't need the Oscar. It has become one of the most influential and unforgettable films of the 90s. If you haven't seen it yet, trust me, it will make you rethink everything about modern life. What's in your mind? Do you really think all the movies out there got what they deserve? If you know any masterpiece that should be on this list, make sure to share it with me in the comments. Don't forget to like and follow and stay tuned for the next video. Catch you later.